Hey guys, welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. The first night we are starting out with mushroom and Swiss sloppy joes. Right now I am just preparing the potatoes that I'm going to be baking in the oven. I'm just seasoning with olive oil, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, and then I got this French fry seasoning at the Dollar Tree. Surprisingly, this was really good. So I'm just going to put this in a greased pan and I'm going to bake this for 30 minutes and then I will check on it in 30 minutes. I'm going to start by browning up some hamburger. I am seasoning with salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder per usual. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull my potatoes out of the oven, add some butter, and put them back in the oven for 30 minutes. Once my hamburger is browned, I'm just going to add some olive oil to a pan. And then I got this bag of sliced mushrooms at Walmart. You can just find them in the freezer aisle. I'm just doing about 1.5 cups and I'm just going to brown those up. And then I will add some salt, pepper, and then Worcestershire sauce. I always forget how to say that, but that's what I'm adding. Once those mushrooms come back up to a boil, I am adding a can of cream of mushroom. I strongly suggest splurging and getting the name brand if you're going to be doing this recipe. I don't think that the off-brand would cut it. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of milk to break up the soup, and then I'm going to add my hamburger back in. And then I'm just going to let that simmer until my potatoes are done. This was the first time that we tried this recipe, and my husband absolutely loves mushroom and Swiss burgers, but I just don't have time to stand there and fry hamburgers, so I put a twist on it and he loved it. The next night we had baked ziti, so I'm just starting out by browning up some hamburger, seasoning with all the normal seasonings, but I'm adding Italian seasoning this time. And once that is browned up, I'm going to mix together our sauce. And it's going to be marinara sauce and then Alfredo sauce. After I added my cooked hamburger into the sauce, I did add some Parmesan cheese, minced garlic, and mozzarella cheese. And I will just add that to my noodle mixture and I'll show you cooking the ziti noodles in just a second. Once that is all mixed together, I'm just adding it to this pan. I'm going to top it with a little bit more Parmesan cheese and mozzarella cheese, and then I will add it to the oven. I think I baked this for about 25 minutes, and it turned out perfect. I ended up bringing this to work the next day, and my eye doctor ate on it for 3 days. He loved it so much. The next night we had chicken teriyaki. This is a super easy recipe, so I'm just starting out by cooking some minute rice. This is probably the easiest way to make this, and I'm just steaming up some broccoli. I have some chicken marinating in teriyaki marinade. Honestly, I would have left just the marinade instead of adding the teriyaki sauce that I'll show you in just a little bit, but it turned out really good. My husband really loved this recipe, but I wasn't a fan. Like I said, I would have just kept the teriyaki sauce in the marinade. I wouldn't have added the sauce. It tasted kind of alcoholic-y to me, if that makes sense. So next time I will not add the sauce. This next night was the Super Bowl, and my husband was actually at his friend's house watching it, so I just decided to throw together a pot of chili on the stove. I normally make this in the crock pot, but I was cleaning all day and I just didn't have time to do it in the crock pot that day, so I'm just spreading up some hamburger, and then I'm going to cut a little bit of onion, and then I will add some green peppers to my hamburger, and then we'll go from there. In my family, we are big fans of kidney beans, so I am just rinsing and draining 1 can of dark red kidney beans and 1 can of light red kidney beans, and then I'm going to add it to my hamburger. I did have some leftover chicken broth in the fridge, so I just added that to it just to get rid of it. It did add a pretty good flavor. And then I'm adding some Rotel chili fixins. Rotel. I love this blend. It makes the chili really good. And then I just added a can of tomato sauce. And then I'm just going to let that simmer on the stove for about 30 minutes. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share this video with your friends. Other than that, I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.